Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, what we have here is just the horrible reality of how far the left has really gone. I mean, now they're saying and justifying to shoot civilian citizen journalists for just knocking on their doors, for, asking questions. Normally, if somebody's knocking on my door, I'll say, hey, how are you? And then, just lock it. But the fact that you're saying, like, oh, well, just shoot them is absolutely wild behavior. This is a political affairs reporter saying this. And not only that, it also seems that the Somalis are exposing themselves with their own fraud. Yeah, because they're just that stupid. So without further ado, let's get directly into this. You ain't gonna believe this. So we have this here from Nick Soder saying, what the F? Political senior legal affairs reporter just suggested daycare centers might be justified in shooting citizen journalists for knocking on their doors. It says legacy media is full of deranged lunatics, and they're pissed off that we've taken their power away. Yeah, whenever I get the chance to do actual long-term reporting or actually go on and do this type of stuff, I would not mind doing this. It's just, a little kind of crazy of doing that right now because funds and everything else. But it really is nuts, right? It is not normally what I would do, and this is what we have here. So without further ado, here's the nutcase from Politico.
Hello, can we speak? I would like to check a child in the daycare.
Why?
Can I speak to a manager? Where can I get paperwork to file for my son? I wanted to put my son Joey in daycare.
And after a few questions, the lady went silent.
So that was Nick Shirley, pretty much asking questions or whatever very politely to do the stuff like that. And Josh Gearston here says, at some point, the amateur effort to knock on doors of home daycares intersects with robust stand your ground laws. That's just absolutely wild behavior. And that's pretty much saying just shoot somebody. I mean, stand your ground laws means you shoot somebody. You can only shoot somebody on your property. Last time I checked, if they're actually threatening your life. And last time I checked, I don't think Nick Shirley's threatening anybody's life. But this is how far the far left lunatics have gone, right? This is how insane they've gotten so far. And we have this here from the TikTok pretty much saying, just a few hours after the Minnesota Department of Children Commissioner said the Quality Learning Center closed down, the manager of the Quality Learning Center, aka Learning Center because they don't know how to spell, says there is no fraud and the center is up and running with children. Yeah, these people are really, really stupid. At least this individual is, because I don't know what else to say, man. It's just beyond dumb. The center's closed down. He's like, there's nothing going on here. Boy.
I came here at 1 o'clock. You were here. Where are you now? You claim we're closed. You claim we're a fraud. Where are you? Why are you not here right now? It's like you're trying to put out a certain message about a certain group. I'm not gonna make that claim. I don't want to make that claim without me knowing him personally, but that's what it seems like he's doing from his front. Where are you right now? He was here earlier. He was recording us. We had no issue with it. We told him, hey, just get off our property. You can record. No, he's not here. He came outside of those hours and then claimed, hey, they're closed and they're still making money. They're using taxpayer money to work. And it's like, you don't come outside of operational hours and then say they're using taxpayer money. That was completely false. As you can see, we're open Mondays through Thursdays, 2 to 10 p.m. He was here earlier. I don't see him right now. So it's like, are you trying to record that we're doing fraud, or are you trying to put the Somali name and the fraud in the same sentence? That's what really hurt us the last couple of days. We're open. We've been open. We haven't closed. We've been open for eight and a half years now. We haven't closed once during that period. So I want to touch on that first. The second thing is, which is kind of laughable, is the sign. We messed up the sign. We paid somebody to do our sign. He incorrectly did it. We're having him work on it. We paid him to correct the sign. He said it'll be done by this week. So by the end of this week, our sign will be fine. The third thing, which is the fraud claim. There's no fraud going on whatsoever. Kids come to us, clients come to us, their parents come to us. They're here daily. they leave on time, they come on time. There's no fraud going on whatsoever. Where those claims came from, I mean, if a group of people does fraud, you don't paint the brush with everyone in that group. You don't say, hey, there's a group of people that are somebody that are doing fraud. Say, hey, every single somebody must be part of fraud. No, we're business owners. Being a business owner is extremely tough. Trying to raise kids that are not yours, that are others, is extremely tough as well. But then for people to come and go like, hey, they're not really working, they're just taking free money. If any of us have children here, raising children is not easy. Trying to help them with schoolwork, trying to build their manners is not easy work. So when somebody comes and does that, it's really disheartening. In the community itself, as Minnesota, as Somalis, as people that own this business for 8 years now, we do nothing but to uplift the community, uplift our children, uplift one another, uplift non-Somalis, uplift Somalis, to make a better community for all of us. So when somebody comes in and says, hey, they're not doing it, it's just like if he would have came during operational hours and there's no one here, okay, you've got a point. He came, I think it was 11 a.m. Obviously, there's no cars in the parking lot. If you look around, there's cars now. Yeah, because our employees are here, our children are here, our clients are here. But don't come at 10 a.m. and be like, hey, their door's not open. Obviously, our door's not going to be open at 10 a.m. We're not open 10 a.m.
Yeah, let me put it this perspective for so everybody to understand, all right? Normally when you have a kids learning center, you're usually going to have kids throughout the entire day, so there's that. But before we even start doing that, before we even begin on that, how about we do this? There was no fraud. Well, I think we have something else to say about that.
And what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children
Don't open up!
and getting $4 million
Don't
over the
open up! It's ice!
$4 million in the last 2 years?
Go away!
What do you think about that? Are you in
Go
favor?
away!
Are you in favor of that?
Go away!
You know where
You're
they-
not welcome here.
Between 2019 and 2023, the Minnesota Department of Human Services found 95 violations at this location. They range from failure to keep hazardous items away from children to no records for 16 children, which include things like immunizations, emergency contacts, and medical needs. So state investigators placed Quality Learning Center on a conditional license in 2022. I went to the daycare's location several times, and only once did I see people there.
Oh, that's your daycare.
But I did not see any children.
So there are 80 kids in there?
No.
And then, of course, the great genius also says, oh, yeah, we've been open forever. We've been open for 8 to 10 years. Well, unfortunately, this lady here has said, no, it just closed down about a week ago, right before Nick Shirley actually arrived at the place. So he's lying. He's been caught lying again.
Is there fraud going on here? No, it's a video. I just want to know. What's your response? Huh?
Get the out of here.
What's your response to the allegations? Is there fraud going on here? And is there children? That's all.
Don't harass me for here.
We are aware of a video that's being circulated that has gained local and national attention about child care centers in Minnesota. While we have questions about some of the methods that were used in the video, we do take the concerns that the video raises about fraud very seriously. Each of the facilities mentioned in the video has been visited at least once in the last 6 months as part of our typical licensing process. And in fact, our staff are out in the community today to visit each of these sites again so that we can look into the concerns that were raised in the video. So I won't go into any detail about whether or not any of these have any open investigations. I will share that our team was notified that Quality Learning Center closed just over a week ago. And I believe the details that were given at that time were around space concerns. And that's what was shared.
Yeah, so that guy really just doesn't know what he's talking about, or just he's willfully lying. Not sure which. But, there's a lot seem to be desire for this guy's intelligence. He's quite a marvel to behold. Well, we have another Somali daycare, and apparently it's in Columbus, Ohio, And we put daycare in quotation marks because it's not really a daycare. It's just another fraud scheme by the Somalis. So we're going to put it in quotation marks here. We have this from Benny Johnson saying, another Somali daycare in Columbus, Ohio is asked how parents enroll their children. Response? Immediate recording and refusal to answer. The building is falling apart and the parking lot is full of junk. Fraud is just out in the open. Like, it's just obvious it's there, and our government, for some god apparent reason, or Ohio's government, this is government in general, just can't figure that out. It's incredible, really.
U161 childcare in Columbus, Ohio. And as you can see, it does not look like a childcare center at all. It is locked. It says it's open. There's a little desk right there, but the ceiling's all falling out and stuff like that. And if you come around back, you can see that this place is just a total dump. Literal just debris everywhere. This is a question. How do you enroll? How do you enroll your children here? You can't do that? No kids? So how can I enroll my children? It says you get public money through Ohio. You get money through the state of Ohio. This is a money that gets.
Yeah. So, like, again, like, what is this exactly? So, at this point, I think that we should launch a massive nationwide investigation into these daycares, because obviously something is afoot here. So somehow these daycares are not really daycares. In fact, I might have to go start looking into daycares in California, because this is absolutely wild behavior, because I just can't imagine on what's going on here. The fact that this fraud is even going out in Ohio, I bet there's some type of fraud happening in California here, and I might have to do some bit of an investigation myself. We have this here as well, where apparently I've never seen someone go in or out of the building. Looks like there's more rapid Somali daycare fraud in Columbus, Ohio. So it's another time to be alive in Columbus, Ohio for daycare fraud, because this is just a common thing apparently, a common occurrence.
They're owned by Somalians and stuff like that.
Have you ever seen any kids in this place here?
No, not that I know of. I just seen it, the building itself. I've never seen nobody come out the building or go in the building.
You've never seen anybody over there?
No, not at all.
So right now we are in front of the Great Minds Learning Academy. This is one of the many daycare centers, learning centers here in Columbus, Ohio that are associated with the Somali community. As you know, Nick Shirley put out a bombshell report about all these fraudulent daycare facilities in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So we wanted to come out to Columbus, Ohio and investigate what might be going on in the second largest Somali community in the United States of America. So this place here is the first place we're gonna knock, and we're gonna see if anybody picks up or answers the door. Let's see. So, it's locked. We're ringing the doorbell here. Knocking on the door. Nobody's picking up. So we're not sure what the hell's going on here, but we're gonna get out of here. Now there's somebody over there. How you doing, sir? I'm sure you see the reports over the weekend about all the daycare centers in Minnesota. We just wanted to see what was going on. Did you know anything about this place here?
It's a daycare center owned by Somalians and stuff like that.
Do you ever see any kids there?
No, because they use the back door, so I won't know if they is.
They use the back door.
Yeah, I've never seen nobody come in here, but they use the back door.
But have you ever seen any kid? You live around here?
Yeah, on this building right here.
Oh, you're in this building?
Yeah.
You're in this building too? Hey, let me ask you, have you ever seen any kids in this place here?
No, not that I know of. They use the back, so I've never seen nobody come out the front.
You've never seen anybody over there?
No, not at all. I just seen it, the building itself. I've never seen nobody come out the building or go in the building.
So we came to the back, just like those guys suggested, and there's nothing here. You know, we can keep poking around, but there's so many of these centers to go to. We're just getting started. So we're gonna go around the city. We're gonna go to a few more of these places. We're gonna see if we can get anybody to talk to us. Stay tuned.
So, like, this is a rampant crime scheme, is what it is. It's a rampant crime scheme. I cannot believe this. This is absolutely wild behavior, guys. Like, what are we doing? This is just crazy. Like, it's like we just like there's scheme after scheme, fraud after fraud after fraud. No wonder we're getting hosed and why everything's so expensive. Things are just going through the roof. We can't pay for things because there's just rampant fraud, state by state by state by state. And I guess the crown jewel is Minnesota, and the crown jewel is spread amongst all the other states. And I guess we're going to have to do a high investigation. I think the FBI needs to really get their ass in gear because obviously this is absolute wild behavior and things need to be put an end to this. Man, this is just crazy, guys. It is crazy. I knew there was fraud, but this is a higher level of fraud than I could even imagine. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.